Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our first ever edition, bringing this to our amazing team of corporate health and wellness clients. We're going into breathwork and meditation tonight. Beside me, I have the amazing Coach Saran, and we're about to tell you how this came to the forefront, why we believe this is an extremely important aspect of what we're bringing to everybody. And in the same breath, I just want to make sure, awesome, that I have it shared across the different channels. Okay, but I think it's working. Awesome. Welcome, you guys. And thank you, Saran, for coming tonight to the first ever that you're hosting. Hi, Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Breathwork. I'm so excited to be here. Saran and I have just recently started working together over the past 2 months, but it probably is about 7 different lifetimes, maybe more. I like to describe, because I got asked this earlier, when you know who your soul group of people are, or that people that energize you and are good for you and that will really help push you to the next level, is that it's the kind of people that you think the same thoughts. You're all of a sudden saying the same idea, but that was the idea that you thought last week and you just hadn't voiced it yet. And or you're thinking of the person and they call you. I know that happens to a lot of us. That's the kind of relationship we immediately had. And I think we met and then we started working together like a week later, and then traveled the entire South Island of New Zealand together. And through our connection, this was birth. So I'm so grateful to have Saran here. She is such an old soul in what her learnings and everything that she has to offer you guys. So, hey, Keith, hey, Steph, thank you guys for joining us. Get ready, because this is going to be a serious transformational experience that you guys can have tonight. And it is our pleasure to bring this to the forefront during these times. And I'm just so excited to be here. Saran, would you like to?
Yeah, wow. Thanks, Megan, for diving straight in there. I'm just really honoured and grateful to have this opportunity to share what I'm personally so passionate about, and to have met Megan. How we met, it was just in complete divine orchestra, and it was meant to happen at the divine time that it did. And we toured around New Zealand together, starting to slowly bring like mindfulness breath work to the corporate in Vulcan Steel. And when Megan called me and was like, "Oh my God, Saran, you got to know what I'm thinking. Do you know what I'm thinking?" I was like, "I don't know what you're thinking, but okay." And then we birthed this, and I'm just really excited to bring this live every Thursday with Megan.
Every Thursday night, we are going to be doing breath work with you guys, and it has been something that's completely transformed my life. And Saran has been a huge component with regards to encouraging me to dive deeper into breath work. We've done some different activations leading up to this evening, but we've never done a full evening on breathwork and meditation. And hi, you guys. Thanks for joining us. Those of you that love fitness and or are in our industry, we're so grateful to have you guys on here in particular, because this is something we believe passionately about, being fitness professionals ourselves. This is the next level, and right now is the time for this. So it's not a coincidence that we're starting this now. This is going to be an ingrained layer into our industry. I can feel it in my bones because of how amazing transformationally it is. And right now it's just the ability to share it at a very broad scope. So I'm so excited to see other fitness professionals bringing this into the industry, because it definitely is a game changer, in particular with regards to the times that we're having right now. And then moving forward out of this, how powerful you guys are going to be to use this on a daily basis and really empower yourself through any situation. So get ready. Yeah,
I'm super excited. Breathwork for me has honestly been the pillar in my health journey, and mindfulness and meditation. And we're going to be going into the importance of that tonight. in just a moment. But I feel it's really important that we also share, a part of our personal journeys around why this is so important for us. And for me, I mean, I even have breathe tattooed on my arm, which ironically, it's
it's flipped the other way, but I promise she didn't put it the wrong way. I can read it fine. Just flips things on Facebook. It's awesome.
And I got that tattooed probably about a couple of years ago without realizing the intensity that the power of breathwork was going to have on my life. I was practicing it, a couple of days a week, but I hadn't really taken the opportunity and I hadn't invested the time and energy into fully allowing myself to immerse into it. And at the moment, I'm deepening my studies, and I'm really excited to bring this to you as I learn even more modalities. And tonight's just really about laying down the fundamentals. And what breathwork has done for me personally it's really allowed me to relieve and almost eliminate anxiety. I was experiencing daily panic attacks to the point where I couldn't leave my home. Being in the health and fitness industry for the last 8 years, it's really shown me the importance, obviously, as health. That's why we do what we do. And there was this one piece missing for me, and that was my nervous system was so out of whack without me even realizing. And so breath work for me has been the one thing, along with meditation, in conjunction with everything else, that has allowed me to live my day in full fulfillment and joy and happiness. And learning how to breathe as well is the key pillar that we'll dive into deeper tonight.
Beautiful. Learning breath work for me. Hi, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
Aw, such a small world. Has really, at the beginning, and it's something that I've wanted and been passionate about sharing for so long, but over the last 6 months, what's been taking myself to a different level and enabling me to expand my business and double the amount of people that we have on our team and do things that I couldn't have imagined doing before, because I love to just go. And sitting and doing breath work and meditating has completely shifted things for me, where I actually sit with a decision. I'm an activator health type, so I just like to plow through things and get things done and just activate action, which can be a very useful trait, but mixed with this. So if that sounds like you, if you're somebody who during these times are just going, I can do this, I can do that, and it's this and this, now is a great time to utilize this practice and really hone in on what you're here to do right now in this situation globally, and like, how can you best serve right now? If that's a question that's been coming up for you, this is something that has helped lead me to the answer. And with Saran, while we were traveling every morning, she wakes up and meditates, and before bed, there's a lot of times that she's meditating. And what that assisted me to do is go back to my meditation practice on a consistent basis, which meditation has then further led me into breath work. So get ready, because breath work for me has been the secret sauce to add to meditation. And it is completely fine if you haven't started meditating, because it can begin with this combination of what we're presenting here tonight, or no matter what, if you haven't tried anything, you're expediting and speeding up the process that took me a while to get to, which is combining these two forces and then really laying down the foundation. It's like a universal high. You literally feel connected in a way that it releases all stress and anxiety, which I know I put that in the title. So if you guys on here right now are feeling that way, this has been, other than, our regular awesome things that we can do in our life to distract us, the thing that has brought me back and focused me on the things that I truly love to do, and has helped me in these situations, in these times, more than anything else. And I love fitness, and I'm doing ninja fitness all the time, and that's great, but this has been what's inspired me to do that. So thank you, Saran, for being you and bringing this to everybody in the community tonight.
No, you're so welcome. Thank you for allowing me the space to really speak into what I'm so passionate about, because it's been such a massive pillar in my life and in my clients' lives, and just incorporating that, into like the Ninja Warrior, into your training, allowing and teaching ourselves to breathe. It fills up our lungs, it over oxygenizes our body, and like the breath is literally the thing that we have access to, becoming present in this now moment. I was on a client call this morning, actually, to one of the ladies from, who was it? I don't remember. Today's been quite a full day, but I was
She's
on a client call,
coaching
and I invited them to just place their hand on their belly, which I'm about to teach you guys, just like a really centering breath. And the point of, us showing up and delivering mindfulness and breathwork to you guys is to give you guys the space to really drop into your body and to experience what it feels like to be present, to be connected, and also to give you really tangible tools that you can implement every single day during whatever you're doing. A lot of us have quite full-on schedules, and it's just starting to implement these little tools, starting small, easing into it. And that step-by-step process, as we do more of it, builds a compound effect. And I shared with him, I'm like, I just invite you right now I was on the phone, place your hand on your belly and just breathe into your hand for 4 seconds. And then exhale through your mouth for 4 seconds with the intention to relax your body. And literally in the matter of a couple of seconds, his whole state, like I felt his state shift. He became softer, he became calmer, and he was like, whoa, what was that? I was like, you breathed. And so many people make these jokes about, well, I breathe every single day, but it's not the same. Like, we're unconsciously breathing, right? Because we're immune to it, and we have to in order to survive. But when we consciously choose to start to hone into a regulated breath, intentionally, it's the pillar that we can start to access these relaxed states and relieve stress and anxiety, and support us in our business, and just to really sit with decisions that we may be feeling overwhelmed in, more so than other times as well.
And for those that are leaders in their industry or jumping on right now, that are assisting others and holding space for others, this is in my opinion, one of the most pivotal things that we can do as leaders. And on top of that, having a community to share it with has been a really special thing for me personally. I love sitting in my room and breathing. I do now, which sounds very strange. And
I love to breathe.
I'm just in here breathing. Come back later. I'll get back to you guys out there. Dinner's ready. I'm breathing. But tonight's a night that you guys get to breathe with us. So every Thursday night, we invite you to join us here live, 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time and 9 p.m. in New Zealand. And we would absolutely love you guys to drop in, be present, relax, and have this as your safe space to breathe and be you.
I would love for you guys who's watching to pop in the comments below just how you're feeling right now. Like, it could be a word, a sentence, what brought you to this live video, what sparked the decision to jump on. We love interaction with you guys, and if you have any questions during the way, we'll be sure to answer them at the end or jump in after the live video. So are we ready to start to get into some information of what we're doing tonight?
Definitely. So we're going to do a nice pre-frame so that you guys completely understand what we're doing here and understand how it can best serve you. Also, I invite you just furthermore throughout the breathwork tonight to let us know how you're feeling in the comments. So drop us a feeling, a thought, whatever's coming through for you right now, because that can help spark and help create an awesome environment of positive energy across the wavelengths of social media right now. So we would absolutely love that.
Danielle says, Megan brought me here and
Oh,
breath work is
awesome.
amazing. I'm waiting for an important phone call, so it's perfect timing. Oh,
Wow, this is
beautiful.
going to be amazing. Thank you.
Awesome, guys. So, yeah, I'm really excited just to pre-frame a few important points around breath work and just how this is going to look for you guys. So first and foremost, just get into a nice comfortable position where you feel like you can either cross your legs when we're breathing. We're just going to go through a really basic breathwork sequence tonight. It's going to just take 5 minutes, and after that I'm going to take you guys through a really nice relaxed guided meditation that's really going to calm your nervous system, and I can guarantee you're going to have like the best sleep you're ever going to have if you're someone who struggles to sleep.
We're up in this beautiful house on the hill right now, and I'm very close to home. We live very close to each other. I'm nervous about just the short drive because that's how relaxed I get because of probably how much energy I'm consistently expending during the day. So this is, yeah, it is my main go-to technique.
So this evening I'm going to teach you guys, it's called the cleansing breath. So basically the cleansing breath is designed to activate our parasympathetic nervous system, and those who are unsure of the different nervous systems, basically the parasympathetic nervous system supports our rest and digest. So it enables us to really access that restful state, and it allows our digestive tract to start to do what it's made to do, which is digest the food, and it just really calms down our nervous system compared to being in the sympathetic nervous system, which is all about activation, which we'll do as the weeks go by, different breath works that are gonna able us to access different heightened states. But tonight is just really simple, just teaching you guys how to breathe, which I'm going to do now, if that's okay.
Yes.
So what Megan's going to do is she's going to
Lie back.
either just take a seat back, just so they can see what you're doing. And if you've got two different positions how you can breathe. You can either sit in a cross-legged position or you can sit up on your knees. It's basically whichever's more comfortable for you. But tonight I feel like we're going to sit in a cross-legged position. If you're on a table chair or a seat, you can do this standing up as well. So the first breath that I want to teach you guys is simply teaching you how to breathe so that when we go into the cleansing breath, you're able to get the most benefits out of it. A lot of us, I think I was speaking to Megan, a lot of us can be chest breathers, which means that when we're breathing into our chest, we're actually naturally starting to activate our sympathetic nervous system, which is more of the anxiety, the stress, and we're shortening our breath, so we're not getting enough oxygen to the body and to the lungs. Whereas ideally what we want to be doing is we really want to be sending the breath down into the belly. So the really simple way that we can do this is instantly if we place one or two hands just on the belly, so just over top of the belly button, and instantly this is going to start to tell our brain and send signals to our brain that we want to be sending the breath down. So our body, loves palpitations when we're touching the different parts of the body. So I invite us now to close our eyes, and I'm simply just going to take you through 3 deep breaths. And as you just listen to the sound of my voice, this is all we need to do for the next couple of minutes. So closing down the eyes with your hands on your belly, I want us to take a deep breath in through the nose. And when we breathe in through the nose for the first breath, and as you exhale through the mouth, I just want you to notice where your breath was. And just breathe normally, just for a couple more breaths as you inhale. Just notice where you're breathing into, whether it's into the chest, into the ribs, into the throat, into the belly. There's no right or wrong. It's just really important to bring the awareness into where our regular breath is actually being sent to. And so from this awareness, we can then start to shift and change. So now on our next inhalation, I invite you guys to start to breathe into your belly. So as we inhale into the nose, we are going to set the intention and almost start to force our belly to expand. So as we inhale, we're going to send the breath all the way down the throat, down the chest, and feel the belly expand into the hand. And as we exhale through the nose or the mouth, we're going to feel the belly deflate. So as we inhale, breathe into the hand, into the belly for 4, 3, 2, 1. And as we exhale, allow the belly to soften and deflate for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's find 2 more of these. So centering breaths. Inhale into the belly. And intentionally give your body permission as we exhale to release and soften. There we go. Beautiful. One last breath here. Inhale into the belly. And allow the body to release and soften. Just open your eyes. And just noticing how your body feels, how your state feels. Things have become more calm, softer, more stillness, more alive. How are you feeling, Megan? I'd love to hear how you're feeling.
Interconnected. So when you were saying those words, it was like they were coming from me. So stillness, presence, like everything was very heightened all of a sudden coming out of it. And I'm experiencing the feeling that I'm not worried about other things. Like I'm just here now, if that makes sense.
Total presence. And the thing with breathing, and this comes into mindfulness as well, is the more that we bring our awareness into our breath, the more that this starts to become our new normal, where we can start to instantly come back into the present moment. And we can start to shift and pivot back into the present moment. And what I actually do, this is a quick little tip. So if you have a pen and paper, or if you have your phone right now, is you can actually set like an alarm on your phone. So you can do 3 or 5 alarms, like 9, 11, 2, 4, and 8 p.m. And just have the label of the alarm called breathe, or take a breath, or the recenter breath. And what this does is every time your alarm goes off on your phone, is it's going to trigger you to breathe, take a deep breath. And what this is actually doing is it's rewiring our brain to our neurological pathways in our brain to start to teach us to belly breathe versus chest breathe. This is something that I did a couple of years ago when I was experiencing my anxiety. Was I didn't realize how much of a chest breather I was, and my mentor at the time gave this tool to me. And honestly, this was like one of the significant moments that really shifted my life. So that's an invitation for you. Set an alarm, centering breath 5 times a day, even once a day. You know, these small things over a period of time, the compound effect. This pillar will really start to allow your body to recenter and become more still and access more presence and calmness and clarity in your day.
Thank you. That has helped me tenfold as well. So I have alarms in my phone. And there's a lot of apps that can assist you with that as well. And it'll remind you to breathe. But it's also really great when you have structurally planned it out for the day and you just get going, and it actually brings you back to the most presence. It's something that if you guys are watching, please implement in the next 24 hours.
So I would love to know how everyone's feeling, first and foremost, again, after the centering breath. The reason that I wanted to presence that and teach you guys how to breathe correctly, and there's no correct way, but more effectively for us to get the most out of the breath work. We're going to dive into the cleansing breath, which is what I spoke about before. So the cleansing breath is a really simple beginner breath work. And basically how I like to describe this is if we're going about our day and we maybe rush, go, and have you ever noticed when we take a breath and we're like, like that sigh. It's like, thank God that's over. Or, I got to talk to this person. Or
and
something.
We do it subconsciously without even meaning. And we're like, oops, did I just do that? Okay, I need to start looking into why I'm doing that around that situation.
Totally. And this is where the cleansing breath was actually created from. Because there's science, I'm not going to get into the science, but the science behind the actual exhale, because basically it's a regulated active inhale. We're regulating it, we're putting effort into the inhale, and then it's an effortless exhale where it just purely gives our body permission to relax and let go. So if we start to do this cleansing breath intentionally, imagine how we're going to be feeling throughout the day. And with the cleansing breath, you only really need to do 3 to 5 breaths. And I feel it's important to speak into this now before I get you guys to sit and do the cleansing breath is after you've done the cleansing breath, we're going to do 22 breaths. But just know that you only need to do this 3 to 5 times for the repetition when you wash your hands. You know, like while you're washing your hands, this is something that you can implement into your day-to-day life. Start to introduce the cleansing breath. So as you're washing your hands, done 3 times. And the more that we do this again, it's starting to rewire how our body functions and operates.
And that is the Saranism. You guys can write that one down too. She is Saranism. So when she makes something up, you can just take that down. The cleansing breath while you cleanse. So you're cleaning your hands.
Cleanse your face.
That's when you do the cleansing breath. Yep, exactly. Whenever you're cleaning, just get your cleansing breath on. So
being the Saranism.
Yes.
All right, guys. So what we're going to do is what to expect, basically, when we're doing breath work. So tonight it may not be as present, but as we get more into some deeper tools and sequences of our breathing, what we can express is basically we're shifting the breathing from an unconscious regulation to a controlled ease and flow. So we're choosing to start to bring the breath into the front of our mind. We're going to be dissolving stress rapidly in any situation. So just going back to how you felt before and after the centering breath, which was like a minute. So the sensations that we may be feeling throughout the body, okay? So as we go into breath work, we may feel if we've never ever done this before and we're not really like aware of how our body is feeling, it's totally normal to feel like tingles in the hands, to feel tingles in the mouth and the lips, to feel a little bit lightheaded, dizziness. Sometimes we can get clampy hands, which we're not going to be accessing tonight. It's just a nice simple breathing technique to dip you guys into what it feels like to be stress-free and relaxed. But I just want to let you know that if any time you feel any intensity or you're uncomfortable, just know that you can just return back to a normal breath at any time throughout any of these sessions that we do every Thursday night. Phil's on. Hey, Phil. So I just thought that's really important to presence to you guys, what to expect and what you will experience.
Awesome. Thank you. And we are ready to rumble. Thank you guys so much for your comments and thank you for joining us. We're going to get right into it. Here we go.
Amazing. All right. So the cleansing breath. I demonstrated before, basically the breathing. There's 3 techniques. I'm going to go through them really quickly. You get to choose which one feels best for you, and you can go back to them anytime as you cleanse your face and wash your hands and do the Saranism. So these are regulated active inhale, and it's an effortless exhale. So the first one is inhaling through the nose and exhale through the mouth. So it's beautiful. Second variation is inhale through the nose, exhale with sigh or sound. So it looks like beautiful. Third one is inhaling it through the mouth with a sucking action. Imagine we're sucking through a straw, and exhale through the mouth. So beautiful. So the last one there, the third one, this is where we can start to access different heightened states. So the third one, as we inhale through the mouth and out through the mouth, is where we're going to be starting to over-oxygenize the body. So just wanted to pre-frame that. If you wanted to go a little bit more deeper and access more sensations in the body, definitely choose number 3. So that's our 3 variations. So we're going to choose the breath. You can integrate between the 3 if you want to, getting in a nice comfortable position.
I think maybe a lot of people would be going, what is the beginner breath again?
Right.
And should we just preface that?
Yeah. So the beginner breath is in through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Beautiful.
I'm going to go with advanced version tonight.
Of course you are. Just remember, guys, as well, as you can also place your hand on your stomach. And if you're new to the centering breath, Ideally, we want to be sending the breath into the stomach here. So that's an invitation as well, placing the hand on the stomach. All right, so I'm going to put some music on. We are going to close down our eyes, or we can keep them open, and I'm going to count you in. We're going to be doing 22 breaths. Don't worry about keeping count. This is my job. I am a good counter, even though I'm a personal trainer. I do know how to count. So we're going to do 22 breaths. And after the 20-second breath, I'm going to guide you guys to take a deep inhalation, full all the way to the top, and you're going to hold until I say release. Let it all out with a sound. And then we're going to hold for the breath retention. We're only going to hold for 10 to 15 seconds here. We're not going to go too extreme. If you do feel during the breath retention you need to take a booster breath, you can. Let all the air out again. I will guide you guys through this. And then I'm going to guide you back into a regular breath. And we're going to drop into a really gentle guided meditation that's going to allow your body to start to ground and come back into the space that we're in. So give me some love hearts. Pop I'm ready in the comments below. Let's get into our cleansing breath. Thank you so much for your patience in allowing us to really pre-frame everything. It's not going to be like this every week. It's just really important for the first one that we really dot all the I's and cross all the T's for you guys.
That was the toughest tongue twister she's had all night. She's explained the science of breathing, but then she's like, wait a second. Yes. Okay. Got it. I know that one. Here we go. And I will be taking booster breaths. So when you see me doing that, that's because I too am new to breath work. So, that's, if you need a breath, take a breath, and that is completely fine. Let's do this together. Here we go.
Beautiful. All right, so we're going to start the music. So just getting into a comfortable position. Closing down the eyes. We're going to take one deep breath in together and a deep breath out together. And then I'm going to instruct us to start to breathe in our cleansing breath. So a deep breath in through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1, and out all the way, letting out all the oxygen. And starting with our cleansing breath in through the nose. Beautiful. Keep going. Breathing into the belly. Allowing all the oxygen and the air to enter through the nose. A regulated inhale, active breath, and an effortless exhale. Beautiful. Halfway. Nice work, guys. We've got 4 more. Allowing the breath. Effortless exhale. 2 more. Last one. And let's inhale all the way into the top. And hold. And a nice long exhalation. Letting out all the oxygen and holding at the bottom. Holding with our breath retention. And just noticing the stillness. Noticing any sensations that we may be feeling in the body. Remember to take our booster breath if we need, a short inhalation and a long exhalation again. And holding our breath again for the breath retention. Just bringing the stillness, noticing the space that we feel. I'm about to take one last deep inhalation in 3, 2, 1. Inhale all the way up and hold. And exhale. Keeping our eyes closed. Just returning back to our regular breath. And as we inhale, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, 2, to the belly, 4, out, soften the body, 3, 4, 5, 6. In, let's find 2 more of these, 3, 4, out, just regulating the body, 5, 6. Final one here, in, 2, 3, 4, let it all go, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. And just coming back to our regular breath. As we bring our awareness to the softness of our breath, as we notice how our body moves as we breathe. Noticing the sensations in the hands, noticing the softness of our body, feeling the softness of our breath on every exhale. Allowing ourselves to soften just that little bit more and surrender. Noticing what it feels like to breathe in life through our nose and to exhale. Noticing what it feels like to truly allow ourselves to be. And taking a nice deep inhalation and exhale. And nice inhalation here. Just allowing ourselves to let go. And just thanking our breath for consistently breathing life into our body to enable us to experience all that we do 24 hours a day. For the air that we breathe is our life force. And we have access to this 24/7. And in this moment, giving yourself permission to intentionally access the life force that breath can give us in each and every moment. Taking one last breath here as we start to wake up the senses of the body. Just keeping your eyes closed, gently stroking the hands across one another. Just gently grasping the arms, waking up the different sensations. Placing the hands on the legs and just gently pinching the thighs. And just once you're ready, starting to blink the eyes open. Coming back into the room. And sharing, once we're ready, in the comments below one word for how you're feeling in this moment, or one word that you'd like to share with us on social media. And just knowing that this state of how we're feeling right now is accessible throughout any point of the day with an intentional choice to take back control and intentionally choose to put the energy and focus into our health, into our vitality. Ready.
That lights Saran up, and you can see it like through her bones. It's so cool. Peaceful. Oh, beautiful, Amanda. Thank you.
Relax.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Daniel.
I'm feeling an immense amount of gratitude in my body right now, in my heart, for just having this opportunity to share this with everyone.
I have this really amazing feeling like we've done this before. So I just feel like, thank you, ladies. I've got more thoughts. Great, thank you. Feeling amazing. Beautiful. I feel very interconnected and grateful for everybody jumping on, but also for our ability to connect deeper with everyone during these times, and for everyone joining us tonight, that you have been our inspiration to do this, and it is such an honor to be here. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Yeah, the Matrix keeps coming up for sure in recent conversations. Love that. Yeah. The other question I always ask myself, if you don't mind me sharing, after breath work, is that I like to write down any thoughts that had come through before I fully dropped in. And I found over time that if I didn't write the thoughts down, I wouldn't remember them. So if there was one thing that I do is I keep a journal next to me after the breath work is done. And that's when I've done some of my best goal setting and or future predictions.
Totally.
And I don't think that that's coincidental. I think that that is due to the amount of presence that you gain from utilizing breath work. And as Saran just explained, it is scientifically proven to bring you back to presence due to the different molecules within our bodies. And the system that we're using is actually calming us, if that's what it's there for. So, just feeling overwhelmed with gratitude I got to share that. I didn't think that we'd be able to even drop into this space. It's so awesome.
It's amazing just being in this interconnectedness of ourselves, because it really enables us to make decisions that we may have been feeling overwhelmed about, to drop into truly what's present to us, to get really clear on our desires, to tap into how we truly want to show up as a person in everyday life. And we're coming from a space of responding versus reacting. And when we come from that place of responding, it truly opens up endless amounts of possibilities to attract business, relationships, the world is our oyster when we truly allow ourselves to walk through life from this space of presence and connectedness. And what I'm really passionate about, and a lot of us in this space of, I guess, like leadership, is returning back to love, is coming back to the essence of love and showing up in humanity from this space.
We're just going to drop that in. Just dropping that in. Yeah. So good. Yes. Thank you for sharing that. What? Amazing. So if you're feeling some love over there, drop in some love hearts, get the love up, and share the love tonight. If you have any friends or family members that you believe could benefit, Saran and I will do this for one person. We're here purely because we want to assist anyone who is willing to drop into this space, but are also very passionate about assisting more people to awakening to the power of breath work. So if you know of someone that's feeling, I like how you said also decisions, but it maybe if you're at a crossroads, breathwork has helped me decide on when I feel like I'm going this way or this way, like which door do I choose if I have to choose one right now. Breathwork has been really powering me forward with which door to choose. And with regards to connectiveness, we're going to be dropping in every Thursday, 7 p.m. And, irregardless of what's going on out there, we will be here doing some breath work and dropping into the present moment, sharing that breath work with you. So I would love to see you guys join us next Thursday as well. That would be amazing. Well, thank you. The other really big thing, just quickly to share, and then are we gonna do a meditation with everybody, or no, not tonight?
We can. That's what I did at the end slightly.
Yeah, that's true.
But I can if everyone's desiring some more getting high on life, we can drop into a quick little. Actually, no, we will. We'll drop into a little meditation because it's getting late. Like it's nearly 9 o'clock in New Zealand. It's 9 o'clock in New Zealand. 10 o'clock in New Zealand, and it's nearly 8 p.m. here in Australia. So yeah, I'll drop you guys into a brief little meditation that you can just jump straight off the live then after the meditation, if that sounds good.
Yes, and just keep going into the zone as well. So we'll leave you on a fantastic calming note. That sounds amazing. Okay, great. No worries, Daniel. It's going to be a nice short meditation that we're ad-libbing right now. And yeah, just feeling totally connected with you guys. Thank you for dropping in. Aww. Love notes.
Okay. So let's drop into a meditation. So with this meditation, I invite us now to either lie down, sit comfortably, just find a comfortable position. And if you have a towel or something near you, you can place it over your eyes. And we're going to close down our eyes. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, finding our centering breath. And a long, deep exhalation. Again, deep inhalation through the nose into the belly. Now I'd like us to place one hand on our heart center. And as we continue to come into our regular breathing, becoming aware of how the body moves, and bringing our awareness now into our heart. Bringing the awareness to the different sensations of the pulses of the heart beating under the hand. And now, as we breathe into the belly, we're going to breathe in this beautiful golden light from the very mid-center of the earth. And as we breathe in, this golden light of the roots from the earth is going to come up through our base chakra in through our tailbone. And as we breathe in this beautiful golden light up into our root chakra through our tailbone, we're going to breathe in this light all the way up into our heart space. It's going to connect underneath the hands. And as we notice, as the heart continues to beat, we see and breathe, continue to breathe in this light, this energy, this life source up into our heart. And notice this light now starts to spiral in a clockwise position. And on every inhalation, this golden light, this root from the center of the earth in our heart starts to magnify. And as we inhale, this golden light starts to magnify and expand underneath our hands. And as we continue to inhale, we're bringing our awareness into what this sensation feels like in our heart space. As we breathe in love, gratitude, joy, peace, harmony, unity. And on every inhalation, this golden light expands and amplifies and starts to grow bigger and bigger as it's circling around underneath our hands. And the intensity of the sensations and the feeling of love start to magnify and expand. And as we exhale, we allow this feeling, this sensation, this golden light to radiate through all of our body. As we now inhale, we see this golden light start to shift through all of the different cells of the body, healing, amplifying and radiating the sensation of love and gratitude throughout all of our cells. And now as we bring our awareness back into our heart and noticing this golden light radiating through all of the different cells in the body, seeing ourselves connected into the center of the earth, feeling grounded, supported, held and safe. Taking a deep breath into our heart, and as we exhale, allowing our body to be held and supported. And bringing in gratitude for our heart, for beating constantly 24/7, for providing our body with life. And thanking our body for allowing us to be here right now. And now this love that we're feeling inside of our heart, I invite us to send this love out to your loved ones, to your town. Our intention is powerful in sending this love out to the rest of the world and watching it come back and circulate through the globe and come back into ourselves. And just feeling the different sensations that it feels like when we focus on joy and bringing gratitude back into our awareness. And allowing our hands to release and fall back down. As we continue to breathe and allow our body to soften. Now we can either stay in this state, jump off the live video, or else we can slowly start to wiggle our fingers and our toes and taking a nice deep breath into the belly. Bring our awareness back into the room and holding this intention, this feeling, this sensation in our heart to carry it on into our sleep, into our next interaction with a loved one. And slowly opening your eyes.
Thank you. It was amazing. Yeah, what comes through after breath work and then meditation. When you were mentioning love and joy, I was like, with regards to all of the different feelings and the way that you were describing it, so the adjectives within it, I started to tear up and cry. I haven't done that before.
That's beautiful.
Oh, so grateful. I know. It's like overwhelm of gratitude. It's really cool. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thanks, Troy. Excellent. Glad you liked it. If you're catching the replay, please do share this with anybody that you think could benefit from a nice calming relaxation before they go to bed and or at any time you can use breathwork.
Thank you guys.
Namaste.
We'll see you next Thursday. Namaste.